Yo, 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Wake that ass up.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. It's homecoming weekend Friday. Salute to all the HBCUs. I think it's Howard's homecoming. It's my school's homecoming, which is Hampton University. Norfolk State's homecoming. There's a lot of homecomings this weekend. So it's homecoming weekend. So salute to all the alum. Now, Charlamagne, you missed Jess. She came in mad mysterious this morning.
Whatever, yo.
Mad mysterious. Trench coat.
What she got on?
Hat. Looked like a Inspector Gadget.
Hey, yo. You was really playing with me. I'm going to send you a picture, Shaw. I look real good, but my husband definitely played with me. He was like, okay, Jeepers Creepers. First of all, it was just that hat. It was just that hat, yo. You on Zoom? Can you see?
The host hasn't let me in yet.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So I had on a hat, and the coat is giving Inspector Gadget.
It's mysterious.
I ain't gonna hold you, but when I take the coat off, it's like, damn.
It is.
Yeah, there's no further inspection. Like, it's good.
So where you going today? I know you ain't dressed up to see us.
I know. I got a few meetings.
She said, I got a few meetings. I ain't messing
And I
with
got to be in Philly today, so I got an event that I'm doing tonight. So
okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got a crazy show for you today. Reuben, Vincent, and Ninth Wonder will be joining us. They have a new album called Welcome Home. So we're going to be talking.
Yeah, that came out today.
That's right.
Reuben is very, very dope. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. I think he's from Kenya originally, but he was raised in Charlotte, North Carolina, man. And so, whenever Ninth Wonder puts his arm around somebody from North Carolina, it's going to be special. I mean, Rhapsody, Little Brother, and, now the likes of Reuben Vincent.
That's right. And also, we have a great legendary cast, legendary bloodline. We have Lanny Smith, who is the owner of Actively Black Apparel.
But you got to tell them what Actively Black just did. Actively Black just had a fashion show during New York Fashion Week, and they had a bunch of these legendary figures walk in their clothing.
That's right. They had Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter. They also had Malcolm X's daughter. They had Cecil Williams, Cecil Williams is, if you remember that famous picture where there's a brother standing at a water fountain and it says whites only, and he's drinking that water.
That was back in 1956.
Yeah,
too.
56, yes.
Yeah, Orangeburg, South Carolina icon right there.
That's right. Fredrika Newton will be joining us.
Huey P. Newton's wife.
That's right.
Newton's
She
wife.
also has a book.
And Fred Hampton Jr. will be joining us as well.
Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Don't play with him.
You're right. Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. will be joining us as well. So there's a lot to talk about today, a lot to discuss, a lot going on. All right. Charlamagne, now you going to South Carolina after this too, right?
Yes, I will be in South Carolina today, in Columbia, the Metro, because today at 4:30 p.m., I will be moderating a conversation with Dawn Staley. Her book, Uncommon Favor, came out earlier this year. It's been on the New York Times bestsellers list for weeks. So I'll be moderating a conversation with her about that. And WNBA MVP, 4-time MVP, 3-time champion Asia Wilson will be joining us during that conversation as well at the Colonial Life Arena, 4:30 p.m. today.
All right.
Nice.
Well, let's
join us.
Well, let's get the show cracking. We got front page news. Salute to OVO Eli. OVO Eli did not come to work today. He's feeling under the weather. I think he's lying.
You think he's lying?
Yes.
He was sick earlier
because it's Drake's birthday.
Yeah.
But he was sick in the earlier parts of the week.
He's probably in Toronto right now at Drake's front door.
Shut up.
He already texted me with what he wanted to hear this morning.
Yeah, he told me he had a rose with an owl on it. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you a grown-ass man. They got roses for men?
Yo, he's a stan. Like, he loves Drake. Leave him alone. And he just so happens to be sick. He is sick.
He's sick at Drake's house right now. Well, let's play the record he wanted to play.
Where does the man even put a rose? And why does it have an owl on it? That's crazy.
Well, this is what he wanted to hear. Best I ever had.
Oh, okay. That rose changed his life. Damn.
Oh, God.
The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Mimi's up next. Front page news. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page.
All jokes aside, Drake came a long way, bro. When you think about that record right there, and think about how he grew in the game, he did come a long way. You got to give him
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
There's no doubt in that. Just you.
that. Yeah. Even though he got his ass busted last year, by Kendrick.
Just can't stay positive.
That came a long way.
All right, well, let's get in some front page news. Let's start off with Thursday Night Football. The Chargers beat the Vikings 37-10, and tonight is game 1 of the World Series. Blue Jays versus the Dodgers at 8 p.m. on
Damn!
Fox.
See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I be talking about right there.
On Drake's birthday.
What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Hey, girl.
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. All right, well, we start this morning in Washington, where today it was supposed to be payday for federal workers, but with Congress still deadlocked, those checks are not coming. Meanwhile, frustration is mounting as the pay fight hits another roadblock on Capitol Hill. Now, the Senate, they blocked 3 different bills yesterday, 1 from Republicans and 2 from Democrats, all aimed at making sure federal employees get paid while the shutdown drags on in its 4th week. Now, Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, he pushed a bill to pay only essential workers still required to work. So your air traffic controllers, your TSA agents, your military personnel. That bill failed 54 to 45. Democrats, they blocked that plan, saying it gave too much power to the White House Budget Office, letting them decide who gets paid and who doesn't. Instead, Democrats, they offered 2 separate bills that would pay all federal workers, including the 750,000 who have been furloughed and sent home without pay since October 1st. Now, that bill was introduced by Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen, and it included a provision to stop the layoffs during the shutdown. Then the second bill from Michigan Senator Gary Peters would cover back pay from the start of the shutdown through the day it would take effect, but Republicans blocked those bills. Still, some lawmakers say they're working to find a compromise. A few Democrats, including Senator John Ossoff, Raphael Warnock, and John Fetterman, they voted to advance the Republican bill, saying that essential workers needed to be paid even as negotiations continued. And while that debate continues over who gets paid and who doesn't get paid, Trump says he's found another way to make sure some workers get a paycheck. Let's listen to that.
Friend of mine, talking about donors, a friend of mine, a man that's great. I'm not going to use his name unless he lets me do it. He called us the other day and he said, I'd like to contribute any shortfall you have because of the Democrat shutdown. I'd like to personally contribute any shortfall you have with the military, because I love the military and I love the country. And today he sent us a check for $130 million. And that's going to go to the military, yeah.
So where's the money? Where's the money? I need my money now. They ain't got paid in weeks. Where's the money?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with that. He just said that it was a personal donor. He did not say any names. There's been no word yet on if the military has received that. So we'll continue to follow that. But today marks day 24 of the government shutdown. Neither side has been able to reach a deal. And as hundreds of thousands of workers wait for their next paycheck, President Trump is preparing to leave for Asia with no compromise in sight. So
that's a great headline to follow, though, Mimi, because he announced that somebody gave him a check for $130 million for the military. Let's follow it and see if he actually gives it to the military. Because, he'll say something and then become a headline, and everybody will say, well, Trump got $130 million and gave it to the military. I bet you they never get that money.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. We will definitely continue to follow that. And President Trump says his next move in on the war on drugs could target people on land, not just at sea. So he's calling the recent U.S. military strikes on drug smuggling boats a big success, saying that traffickers are now moving more drugs on land and no longer on sea. So he says that his team will brief Congress about the plan. He doesn't think that they will need permission to move forward on a formal declaration of war. So President Trump, he's promising a tougher approach on the drug trade. And let's listen to what he had to say.
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country.
Damn.
Okay, we're going to kill them. They're going to be like dead.
Dead. Damn. But you know what they were saying, Mimi, and I don't know how true this is, because people are conspiracy theorists and all that other stuff. They were saying that a lot of the boats that he was actually hitting was fishermen boats, that they weren't actually drug boats.
A conspiracy? That's true.
No, they said a bunch of them. It just wasn't one.
Well, I heard about 2. I don't know about a bunch of them.
I heard about a couple too, but they're just saying, and then there were 2 survivors. And so they were sent to what I think it was Ecuador, Colombia. And, so there's a lot going on. There was a woman who said that her husband, who was a fisherman on his way to work, was killed. And so, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, he's backing Trump up, saying that the military will go after drug cartels the same way that we went after terrorist groups like Al Qaeda. But not everyone is on board. Lawmakers on both parties say they haven't been given clear information on exactly what's happening, and leaders in Latin America are calling the U.S. strikes illegal and murder. Now, Trump also, he's taking aim at Colombia and Mexico, claiming that both countries are run by drug cartels, something their government strongly denies. And right now, it's really unclear whether these land strikes could happen and what they will look like. And so we'll see if Congress steps in before things escalate any further.
All right. Well, thank you, Mimi.
Absolutely. Coming up at 7, a familiar name from your childhood is making a surprise return just in time for the holidays. We'll tell you where it's popping up and how it could affect your wallet.
Okay.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. My name is Janelle.
Hey, Janelle. Good morning.
Peace, Janelle.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, both of you. How y'all doing this morning?
Feeling good.
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Good. Good. I was just giving a shout out to, I'm from Virginia, so this morning, this weekend we're celebrating homecoming for ODU. My alma mater, my daughter graduated 2022 from ODU. And also NSU and Hampton University.
It's going to be a crazy weekend. All three schools are less than, 30 minutes away from each other? So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be out there. My wife actually graduated from Old Dominion, so that's her alma mater. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. And also, I've been trying to reach out too. Back in July, our book release, Tilly's Sunshine, is a children's book dedicated to children that's going through grief. But the book was dedicated to my grandmother, who passed away 2 years ago, and that's like I told, it's a children's book for grief. And definitely look it up. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Nice.
And what's the name of the book again?
Tilly's Sunshine. And like I said, it was dedicated to my grandma's name was Matilda, but we called her Tilly, was her nickname.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you all. You have a wonderful morning, and thank you all.
You have a great homecoming,
Yes,
man.
ma'am.
All right.
All right, you all too. Take care.
Hello, who's this?
Envy, what's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
Jazz, what's up, baby?
Hey, boo.
Shar.
Peace, bloody boots.
Wow.
You know, I'm so glad that you started off like that, Charlamagne. I'm tired of defending your sexuality. Like, I just gonna say, if you gay, just come out the closet.
Why you defend my sexuality? I don't.
Because I'm tired. Because every time I talk about something, I'm telling my cousins like, I'm waiting on Shar for us to do something, and they say the only reason that you even trying to help me is because you want my butt.
I'm trying to get some cheese.
That's the truth.
That's crazy.
That is the truth.
That's the old school industry way. Don't nobody do that no more.
You're stupid.
That's what they think. They be like, if he need to come out the closet and he just trying to get something from you. I'm like, Charlamagne ain't trying to get nothing from me. But if you hear Charlamagne, just let me know.
He is.
He said he's a willing participant. Damn.
No, I'm not a willing participant. But no, so Charlamagne actually, my mom actually was saying that, I told her that, we had some things going on. She was asking me about it. And I told her, I don't know what's happening.
But why? Well, listen, why you lie to your mama like that?
No, not things going on like that.
Yeah, I do got some things going on. When you going to bring them home? Are you bringing them home for Thanksgiving?
I'm talking about with music.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what else you talking about?
Man, get your mind
This
out
is
the
gay.
gutter.
This whole conversation is gay.
Let me tell you something about Trav. Trav is an amazing songwriter, and whenever I get the opportunity, I do pass Trav's stuff along to people.
Yes, he does, and then you kind of disappear on me. I don't know what happens afterwards.
That's the game. Envy will tell you, these people will take your stuff, but that sometimes they be like, oh, that's dope, and then that's all you hear.
Yeah, you know what? The funny thing is that's why I stopped doing that, because people they be like, "Yo, did so and so hit my record?" I'm like, "I passed it on. I don't know what else you want me to do."
That's all I could do.
That's all I could do. I passed it on. That's it.
That's all I could do.
And I definitely truly appreciate that. Though. I definitely truly appreciate it.
Don't worry, Trav. Good things come to those who wait, man. Be patient. I believe in what you do, but do you believe in yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. And I actually just put out another record. You have to go check it out. I actually wrote it about my ex. and how he cheated on me with a girl and got her pregnant.
What?
Yeah, I wrote a song about it.
Damn.
The crazy thing about Trav, man, if this was the 90s or early 2000s, he'd be on already because he's talented and gay.
That's really
Hey,
sad,
man,
though. I'm sorry that happened
Sorry,
to you.
Trav. Oh, you talking about the cheating part?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
oh, wow.
that not that he gay.
Go listen to it, Jazz.
Hey, yo, no, I'm sorry that your ex did that to you. Hey, yo.
Yeah, it's called Congrats. Go check it out.
Okay.
Does the baby look like you? Never mind. All right, Trav.
Oh my
God.
God.
Baby look like you.
Get it off your chest.
Baby look like
585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live? Hello, who's this?
Hey, this your brother Muhammad from Baton Rouge.
What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Hey, man, I just want to let everybody know with all the fear mongering going on about this food and being able to afford food for your houses, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and Honorable Miss Louis Farrakhan told us, beans and rice every day. It's a very cheap meal, but guess what? It's a very healthy meal, especially that Navy beans. So if you got to go buy food for your family, you might not be able to buy meat, but focus on the basics, the beans, the rice, and the water, and everything will be okay.
You're absolutely right, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Thank you. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Kay.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, K, every kiss begins with K.
I know that's right. Hey, DJ Envy, Charlamagne, and where's my girl Jess?
Right here. What's up, baby?
Hey, Jess, I love you so much, girl. You covered on my ledge till like 2 or 3 weeks ago, girl. You made my day.
Oh, I appreciate you.
She's
I
very
love you
mysterious
too.
today. Very mysterious today.
Shut up. They always got something to say about my outfit because I came in here with a nice, what is it called? A fedora?
Fedora.
Yup, a fedora and like an Inspector Gadget coat.
Okay, then, Quattro, please.
Thank you.
What's up, Kay?
But yeah, I didn't want to I ain't got really nothing to get off my chest. I just want to spread a little positivity today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Nice.
went through stuff yesterday. My sewing machine broke. I'm actually pulling up to work late with a shiesty mask on, but I woke up. So, you know what I'm saying? I really don't even care. So I just want to motivate everybody else today. Stay optimistic. You know what I'm saying? You might be going through something, but as long as you show up,
Hey, don't you walk in the white people establishment with that damn shiesty mask on now.
it's pink, and I got some lashes on, so they'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
Looking like a YB.
No,
okay.
man. Well, have a good one, mama.
You too.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. What's up?
Good morning.
What kind of outfit is that?
Alexander Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Hold on,
Okay.
let me get my Zoom on.
Oh my God. It's a sweatsuit. Get up
I
off
can't
me.
even see her. They don't even got the camera on her on purpose. What they trying to keep me from seeing this morning?
It's a.
up.
I
She
wore
look
this
cute.
before. I wore it on Brilliant Idiots.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
seen that. Mm-hmm. Got your hair did?
Yeah, we going to homecoming. Going to Norfolk tonight. Today.
Yesterday, Lauren was like, "Man, I want to grow out an afro, but I got a bald spot and I ain't got no edges." That was so funny.
That's not what I said. Why would you repeat that
I'm
like that?
Why would you say that around me?
What I said was,
Why would you say that around
I
me?
said when my hair grows back out, that's why I cut it so it could grow. I want to be able to wear it like curly and not put heat to it.
But then
He took
you said
that
I
and
ain't
said,
got no edges and I got a bald spot.
I said, and then
You said that?
I said the wigs made my edges thin, so I had to cut them down. So I need everything to grow back healthy. I ain't say I don't got no edges. They're here.
Can I ask you a
And
real
you said
question?
you had a bald spot.
No, you told me why. You asked me how I get a bald spot. I told you I almost died.
Can I ask you a real
That
question?
was so sad. How you almost died from a bald spot though, real
I
quick?
bust my head open on the back of
Oh
the
my
bed
God,
and had
you
to get
almost
stitches
died.
at 9.
Damn.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. All right, now go ahead, Anthony.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh God. Yes.
Your struggles and your stripes. Why do you tell him?
That's what I said.
You know what? Honestly,
Why do you tell him your struggle? Because you shouldn't tell him that. You could have
I feel
told
like-
Jess that. You could have said it to me.
No.
But you tell him that.
it's not safe with any of y'all. All y'all funny, so I just
Yeah,
I just
you right.
throw it up
You right,
there.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I
and
don't,
y'all
I don't
dunk
make
it.
fun of your father because I know you really love him and you
Why you
want a
throw that in
relationship
there?
with him
Why
and
you
he
throw that
don't
in
even
there?
want you.
Why you throw that in
And
there?
I don't make
You don't
fun
want
of
her?
that.
You see that? Why you throw
No.
that in there?
Good morning,
It's
Mama.
homecoming.
My
People coming in with their
grandmom's
dads at homecoming.
Good morning, Grandma.
Hi, Grand.
Hey, Grandma.
But yes,
we have the latest with Loren coming up.
We do got the latest with Loren coming up. We got more details on, all those arrests that went down. That big NBA, the feds sweeping in on that alleged gambling, all of the allegations with, all the guys, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones. We're going to talk about it.
All right, we'll get into that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Lauren becoming a straight fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So yesterday, there was a press conference held here in New York City where the feds were able to break down. FBI Director Kash Patel, along with the United States Attorney, broke down what this whole, big arrest around some huge names in NBA, what it is and why it's happening. And when I mention the names, I'm mentioning Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones. Let's take a listen to Kash Patel on the background of this case and what's actually happening.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. This is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. We also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. Charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation.
So what they're alleging is that the names that we just mentioned allegedly teamed up with a bunch of other individuals and different mafia families in two separate things that they're indicting for. So there's the sports betting side of it, which has 6 defendants, and then there's the illegal gambling or the rigged poker game side of it, which has 31 defendants. Now, they cross over because they're alleging that Damon Jones, Eric Ernest, and Shane Hennon overlapped in charges somewhere within these 2 indictments that they have. And what they're saying is that there would be these, on the poker game side, there would be these illegal games they allege that would be set up, and you would have these big names from the NBA, and they would be used as almost like something flashy to get these people to come in and want to sit down and play poker. And when the people would sit down, the games would be super rigged. I mean, like high-tech technology type of rigged. And we have, audio about them talking about the technology and how in-depth that technology was at those poker tables. Let's take a listen to number 2.
The defendants used a variety of very sophisticated cheating technologies, some of which were provided by other defendants in exchange for a share of the profits from the scheme. For example, they used off-the-shelf shuffling machines that had been secretly altered in order to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an off-site operator. The off-site operator sent the information via cell phone back to a co-conspirator at the table, and that person at the table was known as the quarterback. The quarterback then signaled secretly the information he had received from others to others at the table, and together they used that information in order to win their games and to cheat the victims.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess what I was reading, that allegedly it was saying that Chauncey Billups was using his influence to bring people to play some of these games, and they said through the cards they had some sunglasses that you could actually see what they had. So it's like if you had a king, you could see through the sunglasses that person had a king.
X-ray glasses to see the card.
Yeah. And it was like I guess how they did it. It was if you had a king on the back of the card, you could only see it through the glasses.
Yeah, they could read it, and even the shuffler. So we have that breakdown too. Let's listen to number 3 where they detail. No, it's extensive. Let's take a listen.
These defendants perpetrated a scheme to defraud by betting on inside, non-public information about NBA athletes and teams. The non-public information included when specific players would be sitting out future games or when they would pull themselves out early for purported injuries or illnesses. They relied on corrupt individuals, including Jones and Rozier. They also misused information obtained through long-standing friendships that they had with NBA players and coaches. And in at least one instance, they got their information by threatening a current player, Porter, because of his pre-existing gambling debts. Defendants used this non-public information to place hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent bets, mostly in the form of prop bets on individual player performance.
So this is two different cases? Because I hear the mafia involved in one of them, and then the other one sounds like it's just NBA players. Like that one we just heard sound like it's just NBA players.
Yeah, so it's two different cases. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. So you have the sports betting side of it, which is where they're alleging that, certain people would use inside information that wouldn't be public information to help people go and bet and win the money. So for example, according to docs, they list co-conspirator number 8, and that is Billups. They say that one time he mentioned to a bettor that they alleged that he was going to rest some of his key players in the matchup against the Chicago Bulls. The bettor, they say, then allegedly took the information to another bettor and had them place a wager on the Blazers losing. And Portland did go on to lose to Chicago in that game. And they say, although the feds didn't say in the press conference that Billups was involved in inside sports betting conspiracies that resulted in certain wins. Basically, like they can't connect the two together. So Rozier and the things that he was doing on the sports betting side, and Billups, they're not connecting them, but they're saying that they were happening. Like both of them were alleging both of them were doing these things.
But you said something that's very important too. I don't think people remember, but a couple years ago, you remember Porter was banned for doing that. But they're saying that the crime families allegedly threatened Porter to continue on.
Yeah, so they threatened him.
And Porter, is Porter's brother from the New Jersey. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets now. It's his brother that has been banned from the league for a while now, right?
Yeah, and they talked about that for a little bit in a press conference too, because they said that there were not even just with him. They said that with other people, like some of the people that lost their money, they used intimidation, these families, intimidation and violence and different things to keep it concealed, but also to keep people playing, because once you're in, they want you in and they want you to keep going because they're trying to win all this money.
I didn't know the mafia still existed like that.
I was thinking the same thing too.
And is this a situation where they was after the mafia and the NBA players just happened to be there, or were they all in cahoots together? I don't know.
I can't really determine that from what I saw. I feel like certain things I read make me feel like, yes, they were after the mafia and then the NBA players came in. And then other stuff I read is like, this has been going on for a long time, allegedly around the NBA. So there's always been eyes on this, and then this came up. So I can't answer that indefinitely.
And I ain't gonna front. If you ever been to a casino, I be feeling like the casino be knowing my cards sometimes too.
Yeah.
That's why I don't play games anymore. Like sometimes you have a blackjack, and then all of a sudden I feel like they push a button, and now all of a sudden they got a blackjack too.
No, I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
I want those glasses, okay? Because I got a homegirl named Dion, and she be busting my ass in spades, and I'm sick of it, okay? Dion is one of the best. Salute to Dion. She's one of the best spades players I've ever seen, and those glasses are what I need to finally get over on her ass.
Damn.
Okay?
Well, listen. Yeah.
Well, she gonna know something because you don't wear glasses regularly, nigga. So the next time you play, she gonna be like, "Nah, take them glasses off."
Right, man.
What's up? Why you looking dumb
what's up with
today?
you? Why you got them glasses? That's crazy. We got to think about that. Whenever you playing Uno or Spades from here on out,
Yeah. Right.
somebody wearing some glasses that don't normally wear glasses, make them take them goddamn glasses.
Uno and Spades get deep, especially when people start reneging.
Uno. Stop playing. We play Uno in my house like we at the casino. No, it's crazy.
Remember that this homecoming weekend. If y'all at homecoming and all of a sudden somebody got on some glasses that ain't never had on no glasses, okay, and they win, all of a sudden they got a super hot head.
Word.
They can't lose.
They start winning.
Something ain't right.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, Charlamagne, Donkey Today. What we doing?
Yes,
for Friday?
on Fridays we do the People's Donkey. You can call us right now, 1-800-585-1051, and give somebody the credit they deserve for being stupid. So hit us up.
All right. If you want to give somebody Donkey Today, like you said, 800-585-1051. Get on them phone lines now. Front Page News is next. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some Front Page News. Some quick sports. And Thursday Night Football, the Chargers beat the Vikings 37-10. And tonight is game 1 of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Dodgers versus the Blue Jays.
Man, what game is Kendrick walking out to perform not like us, man? That's what inquiring minds want to know.
It might be Game 1. That's what you would think, right? Game 1.
Is it in L.A.? Is Game 1 in L.A.?
Oh, Toronto today? Oh, yeah. It's Toronto tonight, so probably Game 3.
Okay.
What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Hey, girl.
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. Well, we start this hour with talk that is raising eyebrows and a few constitutional questions this morning. Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon says the president's inner circle is already planning for a third term in the White House. Now, Bannon made the claim during an interview with the Economist this week, saying he's certain that Trump will be president in 2028. Let's listen to some of that exchange.
He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president in 28. And people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is. But there's a plan. And the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious. But he's an instrument of divine will, and you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
I hate that this conversation has been normalized. I mean, every time they have this conversation, I'm just like, so just nobody cares about democracy anymore. And for everybody who says things like, well, that means Barack Obama can run. I keep trying to tell y'all, if Trump gets to run again for a third term, it doesn't matter who he's running against. The fight is already fixed. Okay?
Definitely already fixed. Constitutional experts say there's no real path for this to happen. They say changing the Constitution would take 2/3 of a vote in Congress or approval from 2/3 of U.S. states, something that they say that is nearly impossible. And another theory that's been floated, having the vice president in 2028 step down so that Trump could take over, but that's also seen as legally shaky. 2 terms, like you said, Charlamagne, should mean 2 terms, but anything else would be unconstitutional and could spark a major political crisis. But we are in several major political crises right now, so who knows what the end will look like. So
what if he just refuses to leave in 2028? You know, if he just refuses to leave, and then we find out how many of those generals and admirals actually did pledge their loyalty to him when they had that meeting with Pete Hegseth a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. There's so many different possibilities. So again, you're right, it's being normalized, but I think that Trump, when he says he's going to do something, people should really pay attention. We tend to laugh it off like, oh, that's impossible, but is it? So we'll continue to see what that looks like. All right, well, Target is cutting jobs in what is being called the biggest shakeup the company has ever seen in a decade. Now, the retailer announced its plans to eliminate 1,800 corporate positions as it tries to jumpstart growth after 4 years of sluggish sales. The cuts will include about 1,000 layoffs and another 800 jobs that will not be filled. Now, that's roughly 8% of its reduction in workforce. Now, affected employees will be notified next week. Now, the layoffs come as Target faces mounting challenges from declining store traffic and inventory issues to a drop in stock value. Now, shares have fallen about 65% since 2021, while competitors like Walmart, they have surged ahead. And beyond pressures of business, Target has also faced public boycotts. We know that one led by Pastor Jamal Bryant, a 40-day fast, which happened earlier this year after the company scaled back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Now, Target says that the job cuts, though, they will not affect store employees or workers in its warehouse. The layoffs are only limited to corporate positions. They say those that will be losing their jobs, though, will receive pay and benefits through January 3rd, along with severance packages. So there's a lot of shakeups happening there.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But while one retailer is cutting back, another one is making a comeback. Toys R Us is reopening more than 30 stores across the country. Yes. Just in time for the holidays. This will include 8 permanent flagship locations and more than 20 temporary holiday locations. It's the latest revival for the once dominant toy retailer, which filed for bankruptcy back in 2017. They closed more than 700 stores nationwide back then, but the brand has been slowly rebuilding under a new ownership. Now, at its peak, back in the 80s and 90s, Toys R Us was the destination for kids and parents. Do you guys remember this? Famous for its giant stores, aisles of toys.
Yes,
and
girl. I was
jewels.
so sad when that store went out of business. I was so sad. My son was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Now I got a
Yeah.
1-year-old, so now I got a reason to go back. I'm so happy about it.
Absolutely. And what's that famous jingle? Do y'all remember it? I don't want to
I
grow
don't
up.
want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the company is trying to bring back all that nostalgia for kids these days. And so not only is it nostalgia, they said that the company will bring back, the store's opening will bring seasonal jobs and more full-time positions. So
I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, they would almost have to make themselves like a destination event space. Like it would have to be things for the kids to do inside the store. I don't know if just walking in the store and walking down the aisles will excite kids anymore. I don't know.
You don't think so? See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, kids always want something to do. It's to the point now where kids be like, take me to Target because that's where they have toys.
Yeah.
But now, like you said, they need places for kids to go where kids can say, I want this. I see the new toy. I want a Nerf thing. I want video games. I want
Or it's
this
got to be like
thing.
a playpen in there. It's got to be something for them to do. Like when you take them to like the American Dream Mall, it's stuff for kids to do.
Yeah.
That's what Toys R Us needs.
But there's a Toys R Us in American Dream Mall, though.
It is?
Oh, it is?
Wow,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think you're right. I think both of you are right. I know when I take my son to the store, being able to walk down the aisle and try everything out, because now you just order something from Amazon and it's there, but now you get to play with each little thing.
Yes.
I think they'll like that too,
Yes.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I want to say, really quickly, a shout out to Howard University. I'm a proud Bison, so
Sorry.
happy homecoming to everyone.
Not sorry.
Yes, sorry, I will not be there. I will be at my TED Talk, by the way,
Hey.
which is the website is tedxaltadena.com. You can find all the information there on how to stream it if you want to take a look this weekend.
Nice.
What
So
time?
that
What day and time?
It is Sunday at 10 a.m. is when it starts. I know TED has really strict rules, so I don't know if they're going to be able to live stream all of it, but some of the information will be on the website and be able to see what's available.
Okay.
Thank you, Mimi. Have a great
Thank
weekend.
you.
Peace,
Absolutely.
Mimi.
So that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
All right.
Thanks, girl.
Now, when we come back, Reuben, Vincent, and Ninth Wonder will be joining us. Reuben, Vincent.
Hold on, Envy. One more thing. Today is Friday, so we do the People's Donkey. So you can call us right now, 1-800-585-1051, and give somebody the credit they deserve for being stupid. You get to deliver the biggest hee-haw today, so call us right now.
That's right. And when we come back, Reuben, Vincent, and Ninth Wonder will be joining us. His new album, Welcome Home, is out now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We got the brother Ninth Wonder. He's back. And Reuben, Vincent back. What's up, guys?
Yes,
How y'all
sir.
feeling, man?
What's
How's
happening?
everything?
All is well, man.
I love seeing this because I always feel like the younger lyricists need to get with the OG veteran producers like somebody like Knife and create magic. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I don't think that there's, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that there's anybody that can, do for Reuben what a Knife could, sound-wise.
What you think, Rue? I agree. Just being real. I mean, I don't think it's been done on this level. You know what I mean? I feel like, there's been few folks that might have did records, but it's either sending the beats off and then they over there like we really sat in the studio with each other. You know what I mean? I moved in the studio for 6 months sleeping on the couch. So it was like, he going to his crib, but I wake up, go to the gym, he pull up at 12 o'clock and we just really, the synergy was there. You know what I mean? So I think this is the first of its kind for sure.
Ninth, when do you have the time? Because you're also a professor. Like, when do you have the time? I've seen Ninth so many times, and it really never has to do with music. It's always I'm at a school speaking or something like that.
Or basketball.
Or basketball.
One of the two, yeah.
Yeah, when do you have the time, brother?
Man, that's the beauty about living in North Carolina, dog. Like, there's no rat race to run, really. And so I kind of, I teach twice a week. I teach at Duke on Wednesdays and Wake Forest University on Thursdays. But outside of that, the rest of the week is either comprised of doing stuff with basketball or just making music. And so that's how I deal with it. But I think the biggest thing between me and him is, well, teaching has helped me do that too. Teaching has helped me understand the next generation way more than anybody else. Most people only deal with like 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds that's like family members, blah, blah, blah. And they use those people to like put a blanket on how every 18-year-old acts. Me, I've been looking at 18-year-olds and 22-year-olds since 19 years now. This is my 19th year teaching. So an 18-year-old in 2006, and an 18-year-old in 2016, and an 18-year-old in 2025. Them 3 different 18-year-olds.
Of course.
So I kind of look at it that way. But the thing about me and him is, a lot of people don't think that these 2 generations can't communicate well.
Facts.
And that's kind of, we debunked that with this. I mean, even when I first met him, that's how it's been. But we kind of, getting away to, as far as time, yeah, man. I'm just real focused. Charlamagne, no, I'm just real focused on what I do, what I need to do. I like serving the culture all the time. And yeah, man, if I'm not helping the culture, then I'm taking away from it.
I feel like with hip hop, though, young men like Reuben are trying to do what y'all already did. So they got to come to you for that sound. You can't say, man, I want to make an Illmatic. I want to make something that sound like Reasonable Doubt. I want to make something that sound like the first Little Brother album. Like, you got to come to the people who did that then.
Yeah, man, I think it's each one teach one. You know what I mean? And, they talk about, they say it didn't exist, but the Willie Lynch letter. But you know what I'm saying? It's real common to what really happens, you know what I'm saying, from breaking generations apart and, separating us. But, I had my father. We didn't live in the same house, but, he always used to pick me up on weekends. So I know how to take a person's counsel, you know what I mean? And I also, too, is like, I'm a sponge, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm willing to learn, you know what I mean? Where I feel like, some people my age, they'll be turned off and try to like, cool. But I think for me, it's just like, I want to know. And then also, too, they were our age when they were making the Illmatics. They were our age when they was making the Reasonable Doubts. You know what I mean? They make it seem like now, me being 24 and me being like having depth to my lyrics or wisdom is like whoa, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you sound like an old, but it's like,
I was dead at 25.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, yo, like, it's not uncommon, you know what I mean? And it's only right that, you go tap in with the pioneers who've been there before, because they the only ones that can tell you. You know what I mean? You sitting and listening to somebody who ain't never done it don't make no sense to me.
Is there a place for lyricists in this game to be at the top of the game, right? And the reason I say that is you mentioned Jay, you mentioned Nas, you could talk Pac, you could talk Big.
Yeah.
They were lyricists, but they were top and people respected them as being the top. You can look at Outkast and even T.I., like they were a top, but now it seems like that lyricist they put in a box.
With Outkast, man, we have to understand with Outkast, it took a couple of albums for everybody to truly respect Outkast.
Correct.
It wasn't from the South. I mean, Southern Playalistic, okay. You know what happened at Source Awards? Then ATLNs. It wasn't until they got to Aquemini and Stankonia that everybody was like, okay. You know what I mean? But even with Big and Jay, that's kind of where hip-hop was taking a turn. Before that, hip-hop wasn't as commercial everywhere, like whatever. But when Big and Jay came, especially when Jay came along, DMX, and now we're looking at hip-hop, more people that don't look like us is listening to hip-hop way more than ever. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what that was. But I think it's, man, I'm going to say this, man. I just love, and I remember, I know we all do, remember when the culture was ours, we had our own validation points. If you were on Rap City, Yo MTV Raps,
that's right,
Arsenio Hall Show, Soul Train, in the back of the Jet magazine, the albums, the singles, they showed your house in Ebony. If you were on those,
cover of the source, Essence magazine,
Double XL.
If you were in the hair salons, the barbershop, the music, if you went outside with your homies after church and played whatever you was listening in the car. If you were in all those places one time, that's validation enough.
You made it. Yeah, that's right.
You made it. You know what I mean?
Mixtape, you made it. Yeah.
And it's not trying to say because I'm here. This is one of the few last rites of passages for people. Y'all look like us. You know what I mean? And you got to come through here to be validated. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so when we say mainstream top of the game, this is a part of the top of the game right here. To me.
And I also feel like when you talk about lyricists,
thank you too, Nate, for that.
I also feel like when you talk about lyricists, you got to know how to make a song. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing with this album that people want to see from me. Like, we was just talking about it where it was like, what was the turning point for you? Where a lot of people, we did a listening on Friday and everybody was like, yo, you really like showed your songwriting, on here, and like you have choruses, and it's like, now you could tell you a lot of the time it was just me in the studio, you know what I mean, by myself. So I feel like a lot of the lyricists of this time is still proving they trying to rap on their records, and they not giving nothing that people can relate to or people can feel. It's always, I'm just trying to show you I can do this crazy wordplay. Like, nah, I want to make records that you gonna play Monday through Friday when you on the way to work, when you on the way to school, you getting ready, you know what I mean? Or even before the party, you know what I'm saying? Or at the party, you know what I mean? And I think this album, that was the example, and I feel like that's the only way a lyricist can really reach them heights, is if they know how to make a record.
And they got to be taught, right?
Yeah.
You watch Nas, and Nas will tell you, I don't know if it was tragedy, but taught him how to make a song.
Right.
Like, this is the components to make a song. I love Big. Big is probably my favorite artist ever.
Right.
Him and Jay. But I don't know if Puff wasn't there. I don't know if Big knew how to make those type of songs.
Facts.
And how to break down those songs.
It would have been that, and
It would have been Party and Bull, but Puff taught him, like, no, you need to make a song like this. You need a hook. You need this. And I feel like that's what's missing
Absolutely.
a lot of times in this game.
Kobe Bryant needed a Phil Jackson, and that's my Phil Jackson.
Dre, Snoop needed Dre.
Facts.
For sure.
So what is the creative process like?
You know,
making this project.
Making this project, well.
Welcome home.
Yes,
welcome home. I called Reuben in a special place. Reuben came to me and said, man, you seen the Lego movie? I said, I saw it, one Pharrell. He's like, yeah.
The Pharrell one.
Yeah. He's like, man, I ain't know Pharrell was close to Tribe like that he revered Tribe Called Quest. I'm like, yeah. He said, that's who I am. I come from that. I'm not like, yeah. Like, I knew this whole time. I'm just letting him realize. He's like, you know, sometimes you have to step out the way and let you figure it out on your own. But then while we're recording it, we're recording. We thought we was done. Reuben started falling for somebody. Okay, all right. And so I'm coming in the studio. You always got to catch them where they are. I'm coming in the studio. He on the phone. He FaceTime me on the phone.
Oh, you love Jones and on the phone.
Like
Cupcake at work. And I'm like, you know, but I have to catch him where he is. So now all my beats start to turn a certain way for him to talk about what he wanted to talk about, that he found somebody. And I thought that was amazing, which something we talked about. There's nothing wrong with talking about embracing black women on your project.
Yeah, young men don't do that a lot. And I think even the routine, again, like, right before, like he said, he let me figure it out on my own when I first got my deal with Rock, and I was moving around. I was in LA, and then, you know, I started to see how weird the industry can get. And then, you know, a lot of people was in my ear like, you need to make this type of record and this type of record that don't necessarily fit who I am. So when I watched the Lego movie, I was like, oh, this is my tree. I come from the tree of Tribe. I come from the tree of Kanye West in his early stages. I come from that tree. Okay, let me navigate that and you know, study and really figure it out. But then also too, my mom and like living in Charlotte, you know, my mom, she's an African mother, you know, she's from Liberia. So she was always supportive of me, but the industry started to change. Money started to slow up at a little bit, and she's like, yo, you either got to go back to school or get a job. And I was like, I ain't doing none of that. You know what I mean? So I called Knife. We talked about it. He was like, yo, just come down to Raleigh. Sleeping on the couch for 6 months. My routine was I wake up, say my prayers, go to the gym. By the time I get back from the gym, I take a shower because we have a shower at the studio, which is a blessing. Like, there's a lot of artists can't say they have a mentor who has a whole studio that you don't got to pay for studio time. So I'm going to take all advantage. You know what I mean?
You don't know if you don't have to pay for it yet. We didn't say that. You don't know if you wait till you might be an invoice coming later.
Right, $1 million come in. It's like, hold on. Nah, but then after that, you know, like, he'll probably get to the studio around 12 o'clock, and we'll sit there, we'll discuss, talk about, you know, what movies remind us of home, what music videos that our favorite rap music videos. Then we going through samples, you know what I mean? So the way the studio is set up, Knife got his beat room, and then we got the recording room, and then we got the living area where I used to sleep at. But Knife will come in around 12 o'clock. We'll sit there, chop it up, maybe watch some basketball, watch some videos. He finds some samples. He make the beat. I'm sitting there. He gonna air it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna airdrop it to the big computer. I'm gonna run to the other room, accept it on the big computer, record. Then he gonna be in there watching basketball. 30 minutes later, I come back around. I think I got something. Yeah, and then he'll come in there, hear it, and then do what he does as a producer. And then,
what made you want to work with him, though, Reuben? Knife, because I'm sure it's a million artists that come to you, especially in North Carolina. Like,
now we got
yo, Knife, I want to get with you. I want to do something with you.
Okay, so I was on tour in Germany and had the day off, and I was doing an Ask Ninth on Twitter, and somebody said to me, I ain't got no question. It's this kid you need to listen to. I have no dog in this fight.
I don't know this kid.
And usually, I know how it goes. Some people trying to get their family members on.
You don't
or
know
whatever,
this kid, but that's your uncle. That's
exactly.
right.
But he did not know. The dude was from Oakland.
I never had been to Oakland.
Yeah,
I was 13 at the time.
13. And he sent me the link, and I listened to it. I was like, man. And I think one of the rhymes, he said something about Cool G rap. And I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, you're 13 years old. So then I shot him an inboxes on Twitter. And I said, yo, is this? He's like, yeah. How you doing, man? And I was like, hey, where's your parents? And so he put his mom on, and I was like, I'll be home in a couple of weeks. I got home. They showed up. Him and his mom showed up in my studio. I dapped him up. He's about this tall. And I said, man, you want something to eat? What you say?
I just want some Pop-Tarts, some strawberry milk, and some pizza. 13-year-old diet. 13-year-old diet, literally.
But it kind of went from there, and the first song we did was a song called Extraterrestrial. And I looked at my president, my man Cash. I said, man, he ain't breathing. He's just rapping. He's not breathing. And you did 9 songs that weekend.
In 3 days.
And made a beat
on a machine that I had never touched before that
he's
week.
different.
What got you in the Tribe? Was it that Lego movie?
No, beforehand.
So what put you on the Tribe and Cool G rap and in that era of music? Because
I can see you playing Fife in a biopic.
Hey, I would
I
love
ain't never
to.
thought about it till y'all said it just now.
I would love to. So my father, again, both my parents are from West Africa, Liberia. And when he came to the States, he lived in New York for a little bit, and he moved to North Carolina and met my mom. So to give a little bit of background,
the Queens. Jesus, you're talking farmers and
I gotta ask.
Dirty Queen, like I
gotta ask him. Yeah, I probably gotta ask him. But he went from my dad experienced the Liberian Civil War in the 90s, so he was a refugee, came to America. Still very young. While my mom, she got here when she was 16 and lived in the DMV before moving to Charlotte. But her dad fought in the war, passed away in the war, all of that. But when he came down, he said in Africa they used to listen to a lot of Tupac and Biggie during the war. And so when they had me, granted they had separated when I was born. My dad always used to pick me up on the weekends, and he used to have a blue Cadillac, and he would drive me around playing All Eyes on Me, Ready to Die, Blueprint, Get Rich or Die Trying. So that was the way me and my dad bonded when I was 4 years old. So then by the time I was able to write, I wrote my first rap when I was 5 years old. And so I already had a little bit of knowledge, and my dad gifted me late registration when I was 6, 7 years old. So when those little moments were like rabbit holes for me, because then by the time I was 10, 11, YouTube was available. So now I'm looking up, okay, late registration, okay, Blueprint, okay, Reasonable Doubt, okay, then the recommended Nas, Illmatic. Then it's Cool G Rap. Then it's Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. I just started going down a rabbit hole and just became super floored with everything. You know what I mean? So by the time I met Knife, I was already so knee deep into what I liked. And then also too, around the same time I was 11, 12 years old, Joey Badass started emerging on the scene. You know what I mean? And you know what he was doing at the time. So, I was just it was floored, and I just started to do my deep dives.
I wanted to ask you what artists, I'm glad you said Joey, because what artists, I guess, from your generation reminded you of that?
Obviously, Joey, Kendrick Lamar, Cole, Earl Sweatshirt in the early times. Still to this time. I was big on them super early. You know what I mean? The Wale's, all of them, that era, the blog era was where I really dived deep into who they were. Those were the ones who raised me outside of the 90s.
I want to see more people inspired by what Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway was.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
feeling. It's called The Feeling, y'all. It's called The Feeling. And that's where we try to do on this album is create a feeling. It's a lot of music lacks that particular euphoric. The thing about D'Angelo, man, and which a lot of us was raised in the church, that feeling is not in music now. And it doesn't mean it can't be there. Hip hop and the feeling has got separated over time, which it used to be like this, because in the 90s, hip hop had samples in them. That was the feeling. No matter what the subject matter was on the top.
Facts.
So I think this just has they've got that feel good, man. Nothing wrong with that.
And then it's also, how do you keep people's legacies alive, right? Because I swear, since D'Angelo died, you can just be out and you'll hear somebody humming a D'Angelo song. Like, I'm talking about humming. I'm not talking about just you hear it on radio. I've been around people and they just.
Yo, last night I was at the Odell show and as soon as he got off, they played Brown Sugar.
Shouts to Odell. Shouts to Odell. He's
Odell's for sure.
Another one.
But my thing is, where is that when these people are here? Like, how do you keep that alive? Is it Urban AC Radio? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
What happened to the 12 o'clock throwback mix on radio?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, that's a corporate conversation, man. We can head out. But,
yes, we can. Go talk, man.
No, I mean, I'm saying, man, like, we got to bring DJ Envy. We have to bring DJs were the spokesman for the hood, man, or for black people on what was good and what was not. Everybody ain't good.
No.
Word.
Right? Just because you made it, it ain't. Everybody's not. I know music is subjective. All right, cool. DJs was supposed to be the ones that told us what was good and what was not. We trusted the DJ. It's been like that since the beginning of hip hop, and so that's what we need, man. And we can't get a certain age and just say, man, I don't want to hear that old stuff anymore. Other cultures don't do that, bro.
Nah,
they don't take special ed and throw them to the back burner. Whoever the country version of special ed is, whoever the country version of Big Daddy Kane is, they don't throw them to the back burner. We need to make sure our legends are great and revered, just like they do in the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, or in any other genre. The Rolling Stones still rocking because people are still going. For us, it's out with the old, in with the new. That's a thing about black people because we so creative. We just on to the next so fast. We cannot abandon who got us here and who continues to still do music. It's up to us. We cannot wait on anybody else to do it but us, bro.
And they're starting with the stations because growing up, no matter what market you in, it was always a classic rock station.
Right.
I was always going to have that, and we're starting to get that now.
We
with 80s and 90s, hip hop stations and things like that.
Well, the reality is all urban adult contemporary stations have to do is just update the playlist. Like old school now is what we came up on in the 90s and the early 2000s, but they still playing, and they should, but they playing Earth, Wind, and Fire. And that's a little bit
But that's why I'm glad that we do, on Fridays, we do have Past the Aux with Nyla, because Nyla Symone has put me on to you. Like, that She's How I Found You, and Odell, and a lot of other artists that she has put me on with. So the DJs definitely, you got DJs with good ears, man. That's like, look, you put your ear to the music, and these are the things that you feel are like kind of rare. She putting them out there every Friday. Like I said, she put me on to you and a lot of other people that I listen to now. So
y'all do a great job of that, just having her on Friday doing the Past the Aux, and I think it needs to be more, because even like Envy, I just saw a video where you was the first person to play Hit 'Em Up. You know what I mean? And I feel like
allegedly, that's his story.
Don't give him that credit.
I don't know. I ain't heard nobody else say that. I gotta hear
nobody else will go against it.
And then he sat over there and accepted it too. Like, I sure did.
No, I heard the tape.
And I tell you what, I said I got it from Shot Money XL. I used to produce it. 50. He gave it to me, left the studio, and gave it to me. His first DJ to play it.
And first I heard it was on a Dirty Harry.
Definitely wasn't.
Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry, though.
But nah, like, real talk, like, I just feel like, you, like, again, she does it incredibly with Past the Aux, but I feel like, we need to honor the young DJs and, allow them to have that space, because, they're going to be the ones putting us on the music now. You know what I mean? Just like you were Who Kid, Clue, like, it needs to continue. Again, each one teach one. You know what I mean? So I'm with you.
It's wild because now when you watch NFL games, you watch NBA games, when they go to commercial, they playing like nothing but a G thing and a war tour. And I remember when Jalen Rose was, the NBA a commentator, like I said, man, I wonder if Jalen Rose got influence of what they play when they go to commercial break, because they play Who Got the Props one day, and I was like, wait a minute, bro. But I think Jimmy Fallon is a prime example of where we are in the time continuum, because to be the Tonight Show host and your band be the Roots tells you everything. And he always says Black Thought's my favorite rapper, Talib Kweli is my second favorite rapper. And he's 50 years old. So I mean, I think we just need to do more of that, man. We just cannot abandon our classics like that.
Yeah, I agree. Knife, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
Okay.
May the Lord watch.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to know why Ninth Wonder didn't participate in the Little Brother documentary.
That's a long story. I don't think we got that kind of time. But I will say this, man. You talking about the documentary?
Yes, why you didn't participate in the
Yeah, that's a long story. But I will say this. And sometimes people think I say something for political reasons. Y'all watch me for years. Both of y'all have watched me for years. I have never been a person to go online and in public to try, not to say that they did that to me, but to deface and talk negative about another man or woman. That's never been my thing.
That's a fact.
And that's their feeling. That's how they respect. And you have to respect how they feel about everything or whatever. But as far as their success, as far as we being a part of each other's history, I cannot change that at all. Little Brother has our own children. Kendrick, Drake,
Facts.
Cole,
That's a fact.
Big Sean,
Reuben Vincent.
Wale, Reuben Vincent. We got our own children, right? Again, there's a story behind it, but I believe in family business, bro. That's just how I was raised. That's how I am. And, we're at the age now, I'm 50 years old, bro. Y'all know how this goes, man. We lose people every day, bro. We're losing family members. Listen, God bless them brothers, man. Let them keep doing what they're doing. I think that they are on tour right now. They got shows. They're still doing shows. Phonte is incredibly talented, although we may have disagreements or whatever. Right. Incredibly talented.
One of the illest pins.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I've seen Pooh go from being one artist, one rapper, to another rapper to the level that he is. Without no Phonte Coleman would not be a Drake.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Drake completely 1,000%. He says it a million times. Studied him, revered him, imitated him. Everything we know about Drake rapping and singing is Phonte Coleman.
Phonte and Joe Budden.
Huh?
Phonte and Joe Budden.
Phonte Coleman. and Budden's my man. But that, again, going back, listen, man, like, that's how it is with me. I got to keep moving, man. I didn't see the documentary at all. I never watched it. I've heard about it from everybody. But I got to keep it moving, man. I cannot stay in that space. We don't have the time on this earth to stay in that space. I got work to do. This is my work now. I got other work to do as well. This is my label, Jamla. That's what it is. But again, salute them brothers, man. God bless them brothers, man. That's how they feel. They had the right to express it. I didn't go online and say anything about it when it came out. I heard everything about it, blah, blah, blah. Difference of opinion, and we move on.
What message are you two trying to send back to the culture with Welcome Home?
That the feeling is not lost. You can continue to give the feeling. And there's not a division between a generation. We are 25 years apart. This can work, and music can be made with this. That's the biggest thing I want to get across, man.
And I think for me, whether you are an NBA YoungBoy, whether you are a Reuben Vincent, whether you are any other name that I can name right now, show up as yourself. Show up as yourself and perform at a high level. I ain't rapping to just drive a Honda Accord, bro. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm gonna do it as myself. I ain't here to compromise, none of that. But I am gonna be one of the greatest in my generation. Yeah. I'm gonna say that. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do it being 100% Reuben Vincent. I'm gonna always rep Africa. I'm gonna always rep Charlotte. And I'm gonna always rep showing up as yourself. And that's exactly what this album is about.
Hey. All right. Reuben Vincent, Ninth Wonder. We appreciate you, brothers.
Yes, Thank sir.
You,
album comes out this Friday. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yeah. You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fast.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Now, out of this whole big NBA Fed news that has been breaking over the last 24 hours, there's been some interesting conversations coming out of it. So right now, what's happening is there are a ton of people that feel like this is a political thing, that this is Trump getting back at the NBA for all of the, civil rights activism that they did some years ago. One of the people who believe that is Stephen A. Smith. Let's take a listen to Stephen A. on First Take.
How many times have I said Trump is coming? He's coming. We'll say it on national television. television again. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you hearing ICE is going to be there, looking to engage in mass deportations. Remember, Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half the time? Don't be surprised if the WNBA is next. Because when you've got all of these protests that have been going out there and people that have been protesting against him and what have you, this man is coming. Anybody that has been around him from the sports leagues and the positions that people have taken, they are not surprised at what's going on today. I'm watching a press conference with the director of the FBI. Tell me when we've seen that.
Why can't we just let things play out? Like, you know, I'm not saying Stephen A. is wrong. I just think that one of our biggest problems is, you know, we don't let things play out. Like, we all have to talk about what we think and add our conspiracies to things and hot takes. Like, Bad Bunny's not committing a crime. And what is the NBA doing? And I don't even know if the NBA players committed a crime, but it seems like they're connected at least to a crime. But what is the NBA got going on?
But not only that, didn't they say they've been actually watching them since like 2019, 2020?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
so Trump was out of office and they were still watching him. So, you know what I mean? It's just weird to say that.
What have the WNBA players done? Like, you know, like I always say, you know, you can't go after somebody if they're not giving you anything, you know, to go after them for.
True. And I will say too, there's outside of just the press conference that happened yesterday, there's actual there's documents around this indictment, so you can go in and read what led to what and why we're here. But the NBA players are going to push back too, so we have to wait to hear what their defenses will be. Like, this going to play out. It's going to take some months for all of this to unfold.
Real quick, is Trump petty? Yes. Is Trump on a revenge tour? Yes. But what that got to do with some of these sports leagues are Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Yeah. Now, another person who spoke out about this was Shaq. Shaq was on Inside the NBA, and he says that he is ashamed. Let's take a listen.
I don't know the letter of the law when it comes to gambling and sports gambling, and I don't want to sit up here like I'm some perfect guy. Like, every now and then when I go to Vegas, I'll play some crap. Never gambled at anybody's house. Don't know anything about poker, so I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the Chauncey thing. But I know Chauncey, I know Damon very well, play with Damon, so I don't want to sit up here, but I'm ashamed that those guys will put their families and their careers in jeopardy. There's an old saying in the hood, all money ain't good money. So if you're making $9 million and you're dealing in certain things, like how much more do you need? Especially if you know you get caught, you can do jail time, lose your career. They dropped the ball.
See, once again, when I hear Shaq talk like that, I think the same thing. Why can't we just let things play out? Like, it just makes me believe they know something because they're not even giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm ashamed of them. They put their families in jeopardy. Why?
You're right.
Like, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty.
Which is what they said multiple times at the press conference as well.
It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but you know the sad thing about it is once something hits the press, once there's an indictment, whether it's right or wrong, you start to lose everything. Immediately the NBA said they suspended Chauncey Billups and suspended Rozier immediately. Now,
I understand that though.
I don't, because unless there's proof to say that they are wrong, because let's say they did absolutely positively nothing wrong, nothing at all. I lose my job, I lose my sponsorship, I lose my endorsements, and I really did nothing wrong. I don't know if that's
But
fair.
in the indictment, though, in the documents I was mentioning, the government does have to say here is what led us here. So like they say that they have text messages of different things happening, and like all of this is not coming from anywhere, and that's what you want.
But if it could be explained something differently,
that's why you gotta wait.
It's not right.
Not comparing the two, but I will say we thought a lot was happening with Diddy in the beginning of his federal case, right? And then we got in court.
This is what y'all missing about the Chauncey Terry thing. They were actually arrested and charged. If you're arrested and charged, I can see why the corporation would suspend you.
Yeah, that's true. But the sad thing about it is when you're arrested and charged, you could be arrested and charged falsely. You know what I mean? And
I agree.
You and I both know with like Chauncey Billups. Let's say they suspended him. There's gonna be another coach in there that takes his job, right? And that another coach, if he starts to do a job, Chauncey ain't getting that job back. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And he
Probably
might
not.
lose $5-7 million a year, and then he comes back and be like, "Oh, not guilty. Sorry."
If he's not guilty, he'll probably still get paid his contract though, because there's no moral clause that was violated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, look, they got a lot of claims in this indictment, and again, it'll take some time, but it'll all play out, and we'll see what irons out as, what a court believes is fact and not fact, and kind of what happens from there.
But also, I think we need to have conversations. I think a lot of people don't know that those backyard poker games are illegal. I think most people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
See, I don't think most people know. I don't play poker, so it's not in my world. But most people don't know that that's illegal. You're really not supposed to.
You only supposed to play poker in a casino?
Yeah, because it's taxed. It's you can know people are not getting over on you with false cards and stuff
but
like that.
But also, y'all, too, the feds are saying that they have text messages of certain things and they have actual proof. So I think people are just depending on what they have right now.
True.
And it's a short, maybe it's too fast to say certain things, but they're just going off what they have right now. But
Envy, I know you don't play poker, but do you play Pokem?
Oh my God.
We played that last night, me and you.
Oh,
me and you.
Okay, y'all some Pokemon. I know that's right.
Crazy.
Pokemon. That's what the new generation of Jamaicans say. He a Pokemon. Pokemon.
Hey, as we wrap, I did want to take some time to shout out Asia Wilson. I know you're headed down there, Charlamagne. She last night was inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame in South Carolina.
Congratulations, baby.
Yes. And she gave an amazing speech as she was inducted. Let's take a listen to that real quick.
To my parents, you've been my biggest supporters since day one. You sacrificed, you cheered me on, and you kept me grounded throughout it all. This honor is for you as well. To my boyfriend, even though you went to Kibiyaki, and you went to that Royal Blue School, thank you for the constant support always. You weren't there for the young Asia, but your support is always unwavering up to this point. When I see girls in the stands wearing the name Wilson on the back of their jerseys, I hope they carry it with them in the belief that anything is possible.
Shout out to her.
Salute to Asia Wilson.
That is so dope. That's dope.
Yep. I'll be in conversation with Asia and Asia Wilson and Don Staley today at the Colonial Life Arena at 4:30 p.m. And then after that, it's an exhibition game between Anderson, South Carolina. So hope you got your tickets. I'll see y'all this afternoon.
Dope. All right.
Yo, hold up. It's my girl Monica's birthday.
Okay.
Y'all already know. And I want to hear some Monica, but I want to do some interesting stuff. Look, did y'all know that Monica was a mortician? She not only a singer, but she a mortician at her uncle's funeral home.
I heard
and
her talk
has
about
been
that before.
since 2017.
Yeah,
what you mean, like now? Like recently?
Like now, recently, yes. She takes her career very serious. Not only is she a singer and all that, and on tour and everything, songwriter, but she's also a mortician.
You sure that's the right
crazy.
Monica?
Monica will kill you and do the body?
She will kill you and do the body,
and
yes.
And hair and makeup and everything will be laid because she's always together.
I don't believe that.
No,
You don't
I've heard she's
believe it?
talked about it before. It's her family business.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy that Gunica will kill you and do the body.
You know
and what's
it.
crazy is Lauren been trying to look like Brandy and Monica all week, and she been looking like a combination of Brandy, Monica, and Jaja Binks. That's why I've been calling her Brandica Binks. That's her alias, Brandica Binks.
That is so messed up.
I was gonna say the guy.
Don't even do that.
Ugly. God don't like ugly. Okay.
What's your favorite Monica song?
Probably Before You Walk Out of My Life or Angel of Mine.
So I got 4 of them. I got Don't Take It Personal, Why I Love You So Much, For You I Will, and Before You Walk Out of My Life. Yeah.
I don't know if you.
Y'all like Just One of Them Days, The Boy's Mine? No.
Just One of Them Days is Don't Take It Personal.
You know we heard
that's
The Boy Is Mine.
That's what we should go out. I know. That's what we should go out on. We should go out on Don't Take It Personal. Just One of Them Days.
Okay.
Keep it up,
Ain't nothing like that. Never meant to cause you no pain. No,
Never,
man. Before
yeah.
I Walk Out My Life hit so hard,
That's
man.
right.
Never meant to cause you no pain.
Yeah.
You always causing pain in here. I get a break when you are not here.
Be in the same.
Just want to make things right.
Only want to make things
Right.
Okay.
That slaps. That's a slap.
All right.
Happy birthday, Monica.
All right. Well, let's get into her joint now. That was the latest with Lauren. When we come back, Charlamagne's opening up the phone lines, right?
Yes, sir. It's the People's Donkey. Call us right now if you want to give somebody the credit they deserve for being stupid. 1-800-585-1051. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
It's your time to nominate a donkey of your own.
Remember now, it's how they choose.
Call in now. 800-585-1051.
Good morning. Who's this?
It's KP, Mansfield.
KP, who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to, brother?
Man, I want to give it to the NBA. I was just going to give it to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I'm going to just give it to the NBA. Everybody that was trying not to score them points and blowing everybody parlays, they wrong. We need our money back.
That's going to be funny when people do a class action lawsuit against NBA and NBA players.
Well, it
Their
ain't
parlays and stuff
the
been messed.
NBA, but I wonder about that. Like, if I bet money on a game, right, and he threw the game on purpose,
right?
How do you make that whole for people, you know?
My group think Gilbert Arenas snitched on everybody.
Well, Gilbert is kind of leaning into that a little bit from what I saw yesterday, right?
Yeah, we think he snitched on everybody, and we need to see. Matter of fact, get him donkey of the day.
I think everybody need to stop thinking and just let everybody have their day in court.
Yeah,
That's what I think should happen.
Absolutely.
Well,
Have a
Terry
great day.
Rozier, we know he was really throwing them games because,
I remember that video from that was like what 2023. Mm-hmm. Good morning. Who's this?
Adrian.
Peace, Adrian. Who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to?
I have to give the biggest hee-haw to my son, Jacob, my 9-year-old son.
Damn, what'd he do?
Because I've been asking him for a month what he wanted to be for Halloween, and he didn't know. And then now this morning, he decides that he knows what he wants to be. And now it's like pulling teeth, hoping that the costume will come by Halloween.
What does he want to be?
On top of that, he wants to be some inflatable alien.
Lord have mercy.
The inflatable aliens are easy to get. You could go to Spirits or any of those. They have that. Even I think Target has that. Because my kid was that last year. My daughter did the same thing to me. She wanted to be a yellow Care Bear. And they ain't got that at Spirit. So I had to order it next day, Amazon.
Damn.
Yeah, so.
But Amazon says it might come after Halloween.
Oh, damn.
And Walmart doesn't have it.
Oh,
and
damn.
I don't go to Target anymore.
Yeah, Amazon is backed up. It's backed up, so.
Listen, nobody gonna judge you if you sneak in Target.
I was
Matter
thinking
of fact,
the
this
same
what you listen, just put on a Halloween costume so nobody knows it's you.
Yeah.
Wear a mask.
You might have to just go there. Nobody gonna say nothing. Just sneak in there right in and out. Just get that one
I
thing and come
promise
out.
you we won't tell Tamika Mallory. I promise you we won't tell Nina Turner. I promise we won't tell Jamal Bryant.
This year, guys.
All right, stick to your convictions. I'm just playing.
All right.
But we're not judging.
I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, and he lost his school phone book, so he's done too much in 1 week.
Damn. Well, maybe you don't deserve a Halloween present. Maybe that's your excuse. No, you lost your book. You don't get a Halloween a costume.
Halloween present is crazy.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling.
All right.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, this is Lita. Good morning.
You said Lolita?
Yeah.
Hey, Lolita. Who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to?
The entire Norfolk State administration staff.
Wow.
And athletic department.
What do you do?
What they do, they are making Norfolk State homecoming miserable and just they're doing too much. They're doing too much. This year, they have fenced off the entire campus. They want homecoming just to be boring. You have to get your tickets. Then today, you got to get your wristbands, because if you don't have a wristband, you can't do the tailgating. They want the tailgating to be over by 8 p.m. and the grills and music to be off by 6 p.m.
Why are they doing this? Is it for security reasons? Or?
Honestly, what we think is because of the Michael Vick.
That's exactly what it is. Norfolk State homecoming hasn't been a big thing in years, but now that they got Mike Vick, everybody outside of just alum want to come. So I guess they're trying to try to make
Keep
sure
it
secure
organized,
everything. Yeah,
keep it scheduled. I mean, what's wrong with that? If you're trying to keep it organized, keep everything on schedule.
You don't make one person change your entire relationship.
Well, maybe.
The fans have been there before Mike Vick.
You right?
Yeah. But what if it's crazier though? What if it's
You
3
know,
times the size that it usually is?
It is going to be crazy.
With no order.
It's always. Last year, Norfolk State had over 30,000 without Mike.
And this
was
year,
last year.
It's going to be double. It's going to be double that this year, and you know there's Old Dominion homecoming and Hampton homecoming, so the 757
And
is gonna
Virginia
be flooded.
State.
And
And
Virginia
Virginia
State. So
State.
this is going to be flooded. The whole 757, that's 804, but the whole 757 is going to be flooded with people. So that I guess they're trying to control it, because it's police going to be spread thin in that 757 this weekend.
Man, the police have been crazy since he's got there, and that's no problem, But it's like you just making an inconvenience for people. You know, you have to get your tickets, and then now you have to go and get your wristband.
Well, let's see
crazy.
what happens. You know, that structure.
Yeah, well,
in
I'm
that
gonna see
order-
what happens.
Yeah, that structure in that
I'll
order
keep you
might be
posted.
good. I don't know.
I'll keep you posted.
All right. And why do people act like they don't go to these events just to sit in traffic? That's what y'all go to do. Y'all go just to be able to text everybody and be like, boy, it's crazy out here. We can't even move.
No. You got one more person on the line?
Yes. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this your girl Key from Charleston, South Carolina.
Hey, what's up, home team? Who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to?
Hey, I want to give it to all Americans right now. We are literally sitting back and letting the government play with us. If they are going to shut down, I feel like we need to shut down as well. Stop going to work. Stop paying bills. is getting ridiculous. Premiums are going up and pay wages aren't going up. I feel like we are the people who have the power, and when we open our eyes and realize that, the government won't have nothing to do but to submit to us. That's just how I feel about it.
I do feel like we're past the point of political solutions, and it's going to take some type of national strike in order to really get this government to act right. I am starting to feel like that.
Yes, like it's our everyday American paychecks that keeps them in power, that keeps their bank account full. If we as Americans literally say, hey, we are not going to work, they will panic. They will go crazy, literally.
I think we got to start caring about the Constitution the way we care about pop culture. Because I think about like the uproar there was when Jimmy Kimmel got removed, and then everybody decided they was going to cancel their Disney subscriptions, and then the Disney stock prices plummeted, and all of a sudden Disney was like, oh nope, you got to put them back on air. So maybe we got to start caring about the Constitution and things like healthcare and government shutdown. We got to start caring about things like that the way we care about pop culture.
Yes, we definitely do. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great morning.
You too.
We do that every Friday. It's the People's Donkey. You can call us 1-800-585-1051 on Fridays, or you can go to the iHeartRadio app, click the Talkback app on the Breakfast Club page, and leave a message.
That's right. Now, when we come back, Charlamagne, who we got? We got Lanny Smith?
Man, Lanny Smith. Lanny Smith is the founder of Actively Black clothing line. I love Actively Black clothing. They had a fashion show during New York Fashion Week, and they had so many amazing black luminaries walk that fashion show, and he's going to have some of them in here today with us this morning. He's got South Carolina's own Cecil Williams. He's got Fredrika Newton, wife of Huey P. Newton, and Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Fred Hampton's son will be joining us.
All right, we'll get into that next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa's here as well. We got some special guests joining us this morning.
Yes, indeed.
We have Lanny Smith here. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We have Cecil Williams. Good morning.
Good morning.
We have Fredrika Newton. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we have Fred Hampton Jr. Good morning.
Morning.
How y'all feeling this morning?
Man, we blessed, man. Black and blessed, man.
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Yes, sir.
Lanny,
yes, sir.
why we all gathered here today with all these amazing people, brother?
Man, we had a New York Fashion Week show about a month ago, man, and we were blessed to have these individuals show up and walk on the runway with us, along with Dr. Bernice King and Ilyasah Shabazz, the daughters of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and the response to it. The way that black people have responded to seeing these people on the runway, knowing that this history wasn't that long ago like they try to tell us that it was, has been powerful, man. So Actively Black, the company that I founded, we were built with the intention to uplift and reinvest back into the black community, and these incredible legends have been supportive of the brand. So.
And when you, I want y'all to know, man, Cecil Williams, right? Y'all know this legendary picture right here.
That's right.
Of the brother drinking out of the whites only water fountain. I always wanted to ask you, Mr. Williams, was it a spontaneous act of rebellion or something you planned to do as a statement?
It was a little bit of both. I was thirsty, but also this was, it was the middle of the sunshine of the summer. As evident from my T-shirt, but also, this was not the first time I did this. There were many other times that I felt I wanted to
get a little close.
Really, I was not satisfied with living in the status quo and segregation. So this was something that I had done many times, and my mother warned me not to do it anymore. But I did it again, and this time it was photographed.
Did you feel fear in that moment, or was your faith stronger than your fear?
None whatsoever. This is about 15, 20 miles from Orangeburg and on Highway 21 and coming back from an assignment for Jet magazine. But I never sent this picture to Jet. It was something that I held in the family, and I knew I would get chewed out had I, given it to my mother and father to see. So I hid it from them and never sent it to Jet either.
Wow. So how'd they get it?
Maybe 3 or 4 years later, I showed it to them in a conversation one Sunday afternoon during a dinner. It kind of came out, and then I got chewed out.
Wow. What did that single act teach you about the power of defiance in the face of injustice?
Well, living in South Carolina, being a child of segregation, it was something that we encountered all day long. From birth to death, we in South Carolina during that period of time felt we were treated as subclass human beings, not being able to go to a store and go into a restroom or get a drink of water out of a fountain, or having to go to a side window, or go into a movie theater and having to sit in a separate place, or not at all. So, but again, one thing that I would like to, that's maybe out of characteristic of many Southerners, there were many good white people at the time as well. You can't just put a blanket statement against that all people treated us. There were many good-hearted white people at the time, and they were friends of my family, and they helped support our family. So, but it was some people in South Carolina, again, who treated us as a status quo, not being able to do this or that.
So crazy to think about it. Like, you know, when you have these conversations, we're really not that far removed from that time.
See, it's right here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't really think about it. Like you said earlier, like, we're not far removed from racism. And even the stories that my dad told me, I'm like, this is crazy. This is what, 50 years ago, 60 years ago.
I got one of my aunts. She said, I don't know nothing about no integration.
Yeah,
because all she knew was segregated schools. You know, growing up.
We had Ruby Bridges walk the runway as well, and it was a powerful moment because everybody remembers that picture, 6-year-old little girl being escorted into school by federal marshals. And Ruby just turned 71, but you know black don't crack, so she looks 45, and she walks out on the runway. It made it real to people. Like that same little girl in that black and white photo is walking right here in front of me. So that's the power of having these individuals here with me, showing, you know, how close we are to everything that we still fighting to this day.
Do y'all hate? I'm sorry. Do y'all hate white people?
God damn!
All right.
What the hell?
No, I'm gonna tell you why. When I talk to my dad has a feeling towards white people, right? And I always joke and I laugh about it. But then when he tells me his history of him being in the military, and you know they're in the same barracks, but then when they go get some food, it's white only, and his people in the barracks, they go get food and he can't.
Yeah.
He talks about the water fountain in the bathroom and all this other stuff, and why he looks at white people the way that he does. I understand it. So that's why I ask you the same.
Well, it's brought to the forefront by Lanny Smith and, again, the fashion show. In fact, he labeled the fashion show, this is not a fashion show. Pictures like this are just evidence of a time and period we lived in America that seemingly in today's society, some people want to bring it back. But it's long gone. But people like me who have experienced this, and people that were on this show that was put together by this amazing brother who has brought forth this apparel that, again, has crisscrossed across America and being put into the hands of today's generation, T-shirts and other things that he makes. We're not going to stand for, again, resegregating America. It's going to be something that is long gone. And to answer your question, there are, again, many, many good white people. And, again, it's a myth, I think, that all white people are bad.
Of course.
I was growing up in South Carolina was such a mind because, to your point, I grew up around a lot of good white people, but then we were also aware of the white people who treated us like status quo. Like, there's certain places you knew you weren't supposed to go. But then I also had my white friend in Thomas and his family who lived right by me, so it was a class thing. So it's just I don't know. South Carolina different.
But tag team with you. First, I'm Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. I'm honored to be here. And again, clenched fist salute to this brother and his wife, his team. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's political, including fashion. To able to get this peel in the applesauce for these type of discussions. It's revolutionary. It's a misnomer about like it's motivated. You know what I'm saying? How your moves, how we move. It's a hatred for someone else. Quote Commandante Ernesto Che Guevara. He said, you know, a revolutionary, no matter how preposterous it may sound, is guided by the most sincere sentiments of love. And I'm not saying in some sort of abstract sort of way, but we're talking about the work of such organizations, the Black Panther Party. The motivation for getting up with the first free breakfast programs, free busing programs, survival programs was not directed at a hatred for anyone, you know what I'm saying? But again, motivated for love for people. But let me say this though, I think all black people should get a mass Nobel Peace Prize. You know, all of us, you know what I'm saying? The fact that we ain't just on mass snapped out, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times it's ironic that we ain't motivated at a hatred. But again, and sometimes even though it's a reactionary response, it's kind of justified. But again, for the record, it's a motivated out of love for the people.
I'd like to echo, if I could. Hi, I'm Fredrika, and Huey Newton was my husband. And what came to mind when you even asked that question was a quote from Huey that said, "What motivates people is not hatred, but it's love for other people." So my mother was white, and she introduced me to Huey because she was doing work with the Black Panther Party, and she was the only one that they trusted to do the real estate work. So I did not grow up hating anyone, but what I do hate is white supremacy and the impact on black community.
Absolutely.
I actually hate that. And the impacts of it and the impact that it's had on us. So again, as my brother said so eloquently, as he always does, is that the Black Panther Party service was out of love for black people, out of love for oppressed people, and it wasn't guided by hate. So it's impossible for me to hate anybody.
Lanny, why was it important to have these historical black figures walking the Actively Black fashion show?
Yeah, so one, the tagline for Actively Black is there's greatness in our DNA. And very intentional about that, because I think over the centuries of oppression, subconsciously our people have accepted, I won't say accepted, sometimes it seeps into our subconscious that we are less than, not as good as. This is what has been told to us. This is what has been preached to us for centuries. I'm trying to rewrite that narrative. I'm trying to deprogram and reprogram my own people to understand that there's greatness in our DNA. There's literal greatness in the DNA that walked on that runway. When you see Malcolm and Martin's daughters walk on that runway together, that DNA is something that has moved mountains, that has changed lives, you know what I'm saying? And that exists within all of us. So it was important for our people to see that, to know that we are more than just our trauma. You know what I mean? We have so much greatness inside of us. And if we start acting out of that greatness, that's how we can change things for our community.
How difficult was it getting everybody in, and how long did it take?
Man, it was stressful. One, there was a white supremacist who was killed by another white man about a week before our show, and
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. And it sent some shockwaves through our plans, because you're talking about children of people who were assassinated, real political violence. And so I had to reconvince Ilyasa Shabazz and Dr. King to still be a part of this show. There were some safety concerns. We had to bring in 3 extra teams of security just to make sure that they were secure, because the rhetoric was that there was going to be payback, which never made sense to me, because it was a white man that killed him. You know what I mean? But I think the reason why I was able to execute on that was the respect that I had paid to these individuals before. Everyone you see up here, Dr. King, Dr. Ilyasa Shabazz, I went to them and asked them for permission to put their family members on this gear. I have licensing agreements with them so that when we sell apparel, the Black Panther Party Museum gets money. Fred Hampton, the Hampton House gets money. Cecil Williams Museum gets money, right? The Shabazz Center, the King Center, Actively Black pays them when we sell this merch. And so, you know, you can go on any market or any weekend and you'll see a lot of us selling this stuff, not realizing these people actually lost people in this struggle, and they weren't compensated, right? And so I think I earned a level of respect with them that when I made that call and I asked them, can you walk on this runway for me? They answered the call, and I feel so humbled. I mean, Dr. King, when she arrived, she gave me a signed speech from her father, and she prayed with me, and I broke down and cried. You know what I mean? Like, her schedule is crazy. For her to move around her travel schedule to be there for this show is something I'm forever grateful for.
Did y'all have any concerns, any security concerns at all?
My man Kanan made sure we were good with the security. We weren't gonna let nobody even get close to touching, you know, this royalty. Yeah.
What does it mean to be actively black?
Ooh, that's such a layered question, and there's a reason why I named it that. You got to understand, when I was starting Actively Black, by the way, we'll celebrate 5 years this Black Friday. We launched on Black Friday 2020. I had a lot of black people tell me, don't name the company Actively Black. I had black executives tell me, if you put black in this name, it will not be successful. And I realized that a lot of them were speaking from a place of fear, of working in corporate environments where they had to minimize who they were in their identity. And so there's nothing passive about what we have to do to uplift our people, right? So it's a double entendre. I want our people to be more healthy. We do free mental health events. We do physical activations where we're having people do yoga, sound bath, meditation. We're getting our people access to the things that they need so that we can keep moving. That's the only way the movement can keep going, is if we're healthy enough to keep moving, right? So it's a double entendre. We're active, we're a brand. You know, there's no reason why we shouldn't have our own Nike. That's what Actively Black is. When we build this multi-billion-dollar brand, it's not for my personal wealth. It's for us to uplift our people. ActivelyBlack.com.
Hold on, I want Brother Cecil, Sister Fredrika, give them the museum websites, so people can donate.
Well, you can go to Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum, but we also have a way of like PayPal and the email address there, and several other ways, but we're easy to find. We're, again, in the college town of Orangeburg, South Carolina, and we need your support, even dollars. $1 helps, so please support us as well.
That's right.
Got a few part gifts. I want to make sure you get this, and then so Fredrika can close us out. Make sure you got that.
What's the museum?
On Instagram is at the Black Panther Party Museum and the Dr. Huey P. Newton Foundation, celebrating 30 years this year. Please come visit us in Oakland, California, Black Panther Party Museum. We're open. We're packed. Too. So this month celebrates the Black Panther Party History Month, and we're full of celebrations. So please visit us there. Thank you.
Okay. Also, I'm on it. Thank y'all for having us here. Clinch fist salute to our fellow panelists. Clinch fist salute to Actively Black. December 4th, International Revolutionary Day coming to Chicago. Also, the HamptonHouse.org. We get programs going to childhood home of Chairman Fred Hampton in Maywood, Illinois. Again, the HamptonHouse.org. I want to close out this quote by Minister Dr. Huey P. Newton. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but action is supreme.
Right, well, there you have it. Right, well, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Pass the Oaks. Go, go,
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
What's up, Nyla?
What's
NYLA.
Hey,
girl.
How are you?
Good.
Good? All is well?
Yep.
Absolutely. How you doing, Nyla Symone?
Man, I'm great.
Oh, you got the certified fresh. Okay.
Yeah, you know, we got some new merch.
Okay.
I haven't started selling yet. I'm just going to give it to my friends, but yeah, certified merch.
Where mine at?
Coming soon. Huh?
Where mine, since you're going to give it to your friends?
It's right here in the bag.
Okay, great.
Lying.
That's nice.
No,
I know you are.
Oh, you did bring it.
All right. I know we just did Mona Leo and you guys just had her up here, but this other song that she put out called Putting You Down is really growing.
Oh, I see that all over social media.
Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
I saw her performing that record in front of a big ass crowd, and they knew the words word for word, and this song just came out.
That's dope.
Yeah. Her fan base is definite. They love her.
Yeah.
I don't know why I could hear a guy on a remix. I don't know who voice I'm hearing, but it's like it could be somebody could come and do a remix to that. Like a guy could jump on that. It's somebody deep, raspy, crazy voice.
I can't hear a guy. A guy doesn't come to mind, but I definitely hear Glorilla.
I definitely hit Big Glow.
Okay.
I definitely hit Big Glow.
Yeah, somebody with a deep voice. Yeah, like just somebody. But I heard a guy. But yeah.
Boss Man.
Somebody like that, or what's up, Rob? Somebody
Boss
somebody
Man.
with a deep voice could come and kill that remix. But yeah, I love Mona Leo and the new project she got out. So
Yeah, and she on tour, so make sure you guys check her out. Next, I'm gonna go with Josh Levi. He just dropped his debut album, which has been anticipated for a long time. This record is called Feel the Bass.
I like that.
I like that.
I do like that.
A lot. Dated.
Yeah,
don't sound like some old Travis Scott.
Oh, the sound effects and all that?
Yeah.
That still sound good, though.
Well,
I like it.
Sound like Fiend a little bit. Fiend. That's what it sound like.
Who's
a little
Fiend?
bit.
Fiend, the song, the
Oh,
Travis Scott song.
yeah. It's lit. Like, it's a cool record. It just sounds like it should have been out 3-4 years ago.
Well, you know, he's a R&B singer, and it's called Hydraulic, so it's all in theme. So it's all supposed to sound a little robotic, like...
Yeah, I do
maybe
like
I
it,
should
though.
have left it that.
So he's a car?
He's
No,
a
the
car.
album,
He's
no.
more than me, Steve. All right.
I don't know why you take him
Is he
serious.
an Autobot or a Decepticon? What is he? Come on.
It's very clean. I do like it. Though.
I like it, though.
Yes, okay, cool. And he also has a record on there with Flo that's really good. But if you're a fan of like R&B, he dances, you know, and he's from Houston too. He went to the same school, high school as Beyonce. So,
Okay.
you know, maybe it's something in the water over there. But, you know, Leon Thomas just dropped a project today.
and it's a little more funky than the last one. But let's get into Just How You Are.
That boy Leon.
I love it.
Yeah.
That boy
Love
Leon
it.
now.
It don't even sound like nothing that he already got out.
That boy
The
Leon.
genre is giving Bruno Mars a little bit. You know,
that boy
Leon
Leon
different.
different.
Bruno Mars.
I love that.
That boy Leon different now.
I like
Easy
that
Money
boy
doing
Leon
something.
different.
Okay, that one was unanimous. I can't
Nah,
believe it.
Leon different. That's hard. That's
Okay.
tough.
All right, this is my last one. This is a smaller group. They're from Canada. They're called Planet Giza, and they dropping a new project. This song is called Minding My Business.
See, I'm a stoner and a viber, so I love
So
that.
you felt that. Okay,
all
perfect.
day.
It's
Love
cute.
that.
It's tender.
Yeah, I didn't
It's like,
necessarily love it.
it's like light snow on a Care Bear. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You know, what's them little things that the kids was carrying around the other day?
Cocaine
Yeah,
reference.
definitely.
It's not like a little boo boo in the snow, and it just start to snow a little bit, like the little boo boo just sitting out there and the snow's on it.
Up with the
I don't know.
analogy?
You don't feel like that, do y'all?
You said light snow on a Care Bear. That
Light
sound
snow on
like
a light snow on a little boo boo.
It sound
That's
like
what it feels like.
I don't only like the music. I like what he's saying too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Maybe for the first
Agreed.
record, I didn't want to hear that for the first record. Maybe I wanted to hear something else for the first record.
Okay,
That first
okay.
time you
But you
introducing
put
this
a
to us.
song with Planet Giza before. You put me
I
on with
have,
Planet Giza before.
with
Yeah, I like
Elevator.
them.
See,
Yeah.
on their
I like
last
gizzards though.
No, not gizzards.
What?
Giza.
Planet Giza.
Is it GZA?
Oh, gizzard.
Giza.
Oh, GIZA. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
This whole project is kind of mellow like that, so that's probably their most upbeat record.
I like that.
Yeah.
That should be the cover. The cover should be a Labubu with light snow just on.
Oh my god.
Light snow just coming down on the Labubu.
Well, if you like what you heard, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Nyla Symone, NYLASYMONEEE. Click the link in bio. There's multiple playlists there, but the ones for the Breakfast Club picks are called Certified, so make sure you guys check that out. And then, yeah, Certified merch on the way. If you guys
Fire.
like it.
All right.
It is.
Fire.
Thank you, girl.
Yes, of course.
I love
Now, before we get to the mix, I'm about to get to the mix. No Limit or Cash Money.
man.
Who you going with?
I gotta go Cash Money.
Cash Money.
But it's not gonna be like a blowout.
No way.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great nostalgic thing, but it's Cash Money, and I love No Limit, but it's Cash Money.
It's-
I was
I'm
in the
not
gym.
gonna lie.
I was in the gym yesterday working out, playing the records back to back, and I love Cash Money. Got some joints.
I was doing the mix.
No Limit got
I'm
some
like,
joints, but it's
they got
Cash
some
Money.
joints, though. And you know the problem is, no disrespect, but No Limit is more our era than a lot of everybody else.
Absolutely.
Because it's a little older.
Absolutely.
So like the Man Right Here and
Absolutely.
Wobble Wobble,
Chopper
and
Style,
Chopper Style, and
Hootie
Down for my-
Hoo, Down for My
No Limit
Niggas.
Soldiers, down. Yeah,
You
down.
know, Mystical got about 3 you can play. Shake That Ass, the Man Right Here. Danger. Like they got joints.
Yeah, they
It
got
ain't my
joints.
fault. Still the shock.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got
yeah,
joints,
yeah.
but I mean, we can't. Yo,
Cash.
I can play 6 Juvenile records.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
For me,
gonna
Slow
slap.
motion high back there. I mean, there's so many, man.
For me, it's not even gonna be a verse. It's gonna be a concert.
It's gonna be a
'Cause
concert.
It's like, yo, I think that's what it is gonna be for most people, like especially my age and up. It's like, yo, it's gonna be more of a concert.
Yeah.
I love all of them. I don't really have no dog in the fight.
Well, let's get to the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. A salute again to all the HBCU homecomings. This is my homecoming week in Hampton University. I know Howard has a homecoming, Norfolk State, Old Dominion, a bunch of HBCUs. Old Dominion's not HBCU, but a bunch of colleges. So salute to everybody. You guys enjoy the weekend. And then I'm going to Dominica.
I know that's right.
The island of Dominica, the Caribbean island. I'm excited. I can't wait to see all my Dominicans.
Okay.
I
It's
think
about
that's
time you embrace your Dominican roots.
yeah, so I'm going out there. I got all names of my dad's dads, my dad's brother, my dad's dad, my dad's family. My dad didn't really mess with his dad because he kind of was a Rolling Stone, but I'm
Yeah.
going to go down there and see what's up. So I'm
It's just
excited
crazy
to go
how
down
all
there.
of a sudden you want to be Dominican, bro.
I'm not Dominican. It's from the
Any other
island of
time I bring it
Dominica.
up, any other time I bring it up, you're like, oh, I'm not Dominican, I'm Dominican. But when it comes to a paycheck, are you being in some parade, getting an award for pretending to be Dominican? You there.
It's
That's
Dominica.
crazy to me.
It's Dominica. So salute. And I'm going to where you say go?
The Indian River where they filmed the Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's right. That's where I'm going.
Do you know y'all most popular sport over there? You need to know.
Cricket?
Yes.
I do that. Cricket. I do cricket.
That's what's up, Envy. All right, you almost there.
All right. And what are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to be in Philly, but for Halloween, that's next weekend, North Carolina, I will be there, Charlotte. Get your tickets. We got 4 shows next weekend at the Comedy Zone. JessHilariousOfficial.com. I will be giving away a cash prize to the person who wins the Halloween costume contest. Lord, my voice is so shot today. But I can't wait to get there. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. JessHilariousOfficial.com. Do not forget to get your tickets because y'all got 7 more days.
Now, Charlamagne, you heading to South Carolina?
Yes, man. Today I will be in the Metro. It is the University of South Carolina's homecoming. That's my wife's alma mater. And they play Alabama tomorrow. But today, we will be at the Colonial Life Arena at 4:30 p.m. Dawn Staley, the icon living, she put out her book earlier this year, Uncommon Favor, on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing, with Simon & Schuster. It's been on the New York Times bestsellers list for weeks. So I am moderating a book conversation with her today at the Colonial Life Arena. And the 4-time MVP, 3-time WNBA champion, greatest women's basketball player in the world, just got inducted into the South Carolina Hall of Fame last night, Asia Wilson. She will be joining us, so I will be in conversation with both of them today at the Colonial Life Arena. Salute to everybody who's already gotten their tickets. If you haven't gotten your tickets, I think there's some tickets left. So we'll see you this afternoon.
All right. You got a positive note?
I do. The positive note is simple. It comes from the great Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama once said, "Success isn't about how your life looks to others. It's about how it feels to you." Always remember that. Success is subjective, okay? Success isn't about how your life looks to others. It's about how it feels to you. If you are happy doing what you are doing, then you are successful. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?